Okay, I'm going to vlog some of this journey. Um, if you guys want information, that's awesome, perfect, sweet. Also, I think a lot for myself and a lot for people in the future to support them. So, this was day one home with us for, with my 20-month-old being diagnosed with diabetes insipidus. And I think like I just want to give myself feedback. I'm losing my mind, my memory. So I was like, at least then I'll kind of remember what's going on and what's happening. Also, I've been trying to research this shit, and there is not a lot of information for children with this. So I was looking up stats. 1 in 30,000, or about 2,500, less than 2,500 children in the U.S. have DI. So when everybody's like, well, I've never even heard of this, there's a good reason, because not a lot of people have it. So I wanted to utilize this resource, especially YouTube. I just went live on Facebook too, because a lot of people have questions for me, but especially YouTube, to be able to file it away so that, in hopes that someday someone finds this supportive when they're trying to figure out their baby with DI, because it is some confusing shit. So first of all, I'm going to explain what DI is. If you're watching this video because you're trying to find out more information about your child, then you probably already know the information. But for those of the people that don't know, we'll be able to give them that. So um, DI is where your body is not processing a certain hormone that stops you from peeing. Like it's all about peeing, right? Which is your, I'm going to say it wrong now, is I think it's your adrenal dehydration hormone. Man, I am freaking tired, you guys. I'm exhausted. So it's your ADH, and your body needs this ADH hormone to stop your body from peeing, right? So all of us, the majority of us, the other 29,999 kids out of 30,000, right? All of those children produce ADH and process ADH appropriately so they can manage their water, because water is everything, right? Our bodies are over 50% water. We need water to maintain everything that we do in life. And if you're peeing it all out, your body's not healthy. So in ADH, the case is that your body's continuously peeing because it doesn't know to stop. So then the kids, the children, the grown-ups, whatever they are, they're continuously drinking to satisfy that. So it's like drink, pee, drink, pee, drink, pee, drink, pee, right? So this is what diabetes insipidus is. There's 4 different types. I'm not going to go into the 4 different types. You can look those up if you want to know. And basically, like, it's going to tell you what's causing it. Like, right, is it gestational? They're in the womb. Is it because your kidney doesn't know how to process ADH, but your pituitary is actually processing it? Is it your pituitary isn't producing it, but your kidney would know how to process it if it had it? So there's different types of it. My son has the central, or has been diagnosed, sorry, with central diabetes insipidus, which means his brain, his pituitary, isn't producing the hormone in order to tell his body to stop peeing. So what we noticed was about 3 weeks ago, my little baby boy like woke up in a bed full of pee. And we're like, oh, he doesn't pee the bed ever. He sleeps 12-hour nights. Like, he's supreme at that, right? And then it happened over and over again, to the point where he was drinking over 200 ounces a day. A normal child will have an output of like 1 to 2 liters a day, and these babies will have up to like 30 liters per day. So like literally they're just peeing all day long. Like in Mexico, you guys, we were just like, my son was just in swim diapers, because literally like you just would hold him and he just pee on you. I'm like, oh, he's peeing, oh, gets really warm. Like, it was just a part of our lifestyle. We would go to bed, I would have all this water lined up, all of my diapers lined up, just getting ready to have him drink and pee and drink and pee and drink and pee in the middle of the night. And I didn't think something was wrong. I mean, I knew something was wrong, you guys, but I had no freaking clue. So this is what DI is. Once again, 2,500 people in all of the US, less than that are affected, that are children, right? We're talking about. So my 20-month-old he's a rarity, you guys. He's a special one, right? So today was day one at home with DI, and I wanted to kind of just vlog this because it's wild, and I wish I had somebody else's vlog to watch so that I could get some support from them. So yesterday we came home from the hospital, and DI is completely separate. It's a separate thing that we're learning to manage, aside from the 3 different lesions or tumors that they found with Whitty. So the DI it's a whole nother animal. They say it will not go away because his pituitary is already damaged. But hey, miracles, you guys, right? Miracles are totally in our corner. So let's just see what happens down the road. That will be amazing. But for right now, we have to figure out what the hell we're doing. We got home yesterday, figuring out our evening last night. Today being our full day one, right? We wake up at, well, first of all, Quincy wasn't feeling so good. I have a 3-year-old, you guys, and a almost 16-year-old. His birthday's on Sunday, and 18-year-old. So my one baby like wakes up, his tummy hurts, he's hungry. I'm like, oh my gosh, buddy, it's fine, go back to sleep. My baby boy, Whitty, he wakes up at 4:45 in a swimming pool of water. Literally, you guys, it's like, how did he even urinate that much while he was sleeping? And we're trying to get his medication to last for 12 hours. So it's just kind of like, it's challenging because the whole time we were in the hospital, he was something that's called MPO, which means that he's not allowed to eat or drink anything for the majority of time that we were there, because he was going under anesthesia like every day, right, for a different procedure. So we have no fucking clue what we're doing. No idea what we're doing. But we're trying our best. We're trying our best. So this morning he woke up with this pool full of pee, and we realized there's no way we're going back to sleep, right? So the whole family's up at 4:45. We're sitting downstairs, we're watching Booba. After about 10 minutes, we get him satisfied because now he's drinking water. So he had all this output, which makes him angry because he needs, like, he's like, you can't have no water in your body, right? Extreme dehydration can occur. Like, a lot of dangerous things can occur if you're not drinking water. So we put water back in his system. He starts to level out, feels a little better, isn't so angry. And this is how our morning starts. So we're sitting there watching Booba. First thing he does is he takes in 24 ounces of water because he's trying to catch up for everything that he lost, and he barfs all over, right? And all over me. And I just catch it. I'm like, keep going, buddy. It's cool. It's just water, right? He just took it in. So like, we catch that. We take that blanket. We go put her in the wash. And then we're sitting there, and I look over, and my 3-year-old, but actual food. So he just pukes all over, and I'm just sitting there like, it's 5 in the morning. We've already puked like 6 times, and we're doing our second, third load of laundry from bedding and all the different things. So we bring that blanket downstairs. It's totally cool. We go about our morning, and I start like logging everything. Like, well, not very well. I start logging everything. It's really hard to keep track of this. Like, it was a sympathy barf. It's a sympathy barf. I think so, Beth. Like he was like, yeah, you got this brother. Like, I'll barf with you. It's okay, buddy. So I'm trying to like log everything. Have you guys ever tried to log everything you drink? And if you don't drink water, you're batshit crazy, because guess what? Some other humans don't get this liberty, right? So we're trying to log everything. Like, if he has a little sip of Gatorade because we're trying to rehydrate or do whatever things with that, and then he's having his water, and then he's having his chocolate, which is his soy milk, and then we're like making sure that the boys don't share, and we're trying to write things down, and things seem to be going like pretty well. Like, throughout the day, we're like, this is not so bad. He's doing pretty good. We put him down for his nap, no problem. He wakes up at 2, you guys, and the kid is freaking, and he's peeing so much again already. And the way that it works, by the way, if you have DI, is that you get this medicine called desmopressin, which is supposed to be like a fake, like it's your medical format of the ADH hormone that you don't have. So we're getting him this medicine, and the goal is that we give it to him once in the morning. He pees a lot, right? So he lets go of everything, gets his sodium levels right. We give him the desmo, and then, right? And then when he has a big pee, like when everything stores back, screen going. Okay. And the desmo wears off, you give it, like, he pees it out, and then you give him another desmo. Your goal is to have like two doses of medication a day based upon pee. So it's not like take 2 in the morning and take 2 in the afternoon. It's like, take 1/4 of this teeny tiny thing and chop it up yourself and give it to him after he pees. Good luck managing this. High five, go team. Like, oh, new to the disease, here you go. Like, it's really freaking confusing. Maybe not confusing so much as just like, it's just challenging. So he has this big ass pee at 2, and we're like, we don't know what we're doing. We're like calling endo. We can't get a hold of anybody. We're leaving multiple messages now. We're trying to figure out with Kaiser. We're like, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Like, he's not supposed to pee this soon. We're supposed to wait until 12. Do we hold off? Do we not hold off? And then he just like pees out. So like a normal pee diaper, this is like way too much information, but I'm making this video for other people who are going through DI, so who want something to like support with this. Like, a heavy diaper is like 200 grams or something, whatever. Yeah, thank you so much, Kristen. That's your normal diaper. So like, he would have like, I'm sorry, that's a heavy diaper, is 200. So like, normal would be like 50 to 100, maybe 150, but like 200 is like his big pee. This kid pees 1,000 grams out in the next 2 hours. I went and got a food scale. And like I'm like the nurse, right? Like I'm like accounting for the weight of the diaper and stuff, just like they did at the hospital, because I'm like, what is going on with this baby? But they're like, what do we do? Do we wait? Do we not wait? Do we give him more drinks? Do we give him more fluids because everything's coming out? So you know what? If you're watching this and your baby has DI because you're one of those 2,500 people, I'm not helping you at all, because guess what? I don't have the answers. This is our day one. Maybe I'll have more answers later. We're like, are we supposed to, like, the doctor should be the one adjusting his medicine, but literally we're taking this little tablet and we're quartering it ourselves. Like, it's not even like an exact science. So when the doctor said that, I'm like, okay, so you're giving us 1 milligram tablets, but we have to give them a quarter, and that's like cool that we kind of just do our best. Like, doesn't seem super exact, right? Does it? Is that me? Like, I'm like, that seems like kind of crazy. Like, what medication do you like kind of get correct? Apparently this one. So we hold him off all the way until 7, like 7. He does his big pee, and then we hold off till 7. So we've been drinking and peeing and kind of fussy for 5 hours. We don't know if we're doing it right. Have no idea. But baby boy goes back to sleep. Quincy barfed all over grandpa. Just one more grand finale of just like taking a nap, like all over the place. They take a shower. They wash their bedding, no problem. And here we are. We come back, we have a family dinner. It was great. Watched a little movie, and Quincy and I are laying on the couch, and it's 8 o'clock, you guys, and I'm like trying to keep my eyes open, and it's not working. And I even took an hour nap with both the boys earlier. So this is day one with diabetes insipidus. This is just one of the things we're going to be learning to manage. Miracles are already happening. I absolutely, Marie, I know this is true. I do. There's so much that we get to learn, and there's so many miracles. I look over the last week, like all of the things that we prayed for, all of you guys and me together. P.S. By the way, the thing we did, biopsy, that's what it's called, the biopsy of one of the lesions. They did get data. So I was fearful. I was not fearful, because that's a bad term to use. I really wanted to pray hard that we didn't have to go back and like open up his skull to get a sample. And we saw that on the pathology reports that they did get something. So that is freaking fantastic and beautiful. So you're right. Miracles are happening left and right. We are so blessed. And it's just, this is just, I know I'm going to be, I was like, I asked my mom today, I'm like, am I just going to be tired for like a year? I think that might be a yes. That might be a yes. And there was, so I got a break. This is just one other side of the story, and then I'll be done. My son needed a haircut. My mom was like, let's ask John if he wants to go get a haircut. And I was like, I'll go. Like, pick me, right? I get to go with my 16-year-old or almost 16-year-old for like 25, 30 minutes. So we go get his haircut, and I just like sit there and I'm just being, right? I'm like, let's stop by the grocery store to buy the food scale to measure all the diapers. So we do that on the way home. And you know what's normal in Children's Hospital? To like walk around and laugh one moment and be like tears pouring down the next. Totally normal in Children's. Grocery store? Maybe not as much. But I never know when the different emotions are going to occur. And I told you guys, I'm making sure that I'm releasing, right? Like when it hits, it's not because I'm like sad or fearful or whatever. It's just these emotions are in my heart, and I want to release them and let them go. So we're going through the grocery store, and I'm fine. And my son looks over, and I'm just like, just standing there, just like tears, just like rolling down. I'm like, but it's totally fine. I just do it. I just still have a conversation. I don't know what they're thinking when they look at me. We go to check out. I've always my own bagger, so I'm bagging up things. And one of our friends comes up and he sees me. He's like, "How's your baby doing?" And he like, I turn around and it's just like red everywhere. And I'm like, just let's just hug. He's a miracle baby, and he's going to be wonderful. And today I'm having one of those moments right now in this moment. So anyhow, day one with DI. That's how mine went. The other 2,400, and I don't remember the exact number of you. See how tired I am? My forehead gets tired when I'm tired. I think this video probably wasn't supportive at all, but I'm doing my best. So I'll let you know when I find out more about adjusting your medication and how to get a hold of endo and what do you do if your baby pees 7 hours sooner than he's supposed to. I don't know the answers, but guess what? You guys, I'm gonna be professional, and I'm gonna share with all those other mamas at some point. Okay, I don't have any good morning sunshine stuff for you. Like, I mean, this is it. I'm just sharing about this. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going live next, and I don't know why, but I will. Whatever. Maybe it's more time today. Maybe it's GMS. Maybe it's updates. Maybe it's just because I want to sing you a song. I'm not sure. Get some sleep. I know, Cheryl. I need to, because everybody's like, my dad's like, hey, like he talks to my dad, he's like, or to John, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna call your dad. I'm like, I just talked to him. He's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, I just talked to him. He's like, that was yesterday. I was like, oh, I don't know what day it is. We're going to the grocery store, and I was like, Jace, is it a weekend? Because there's a lot of people here. All right, this is my world. This is my life. I love you guys. Thank you for being here for me. I'm staying strong, Anessa. Thank you for your guys' love and your words of wisdom and all of your support. And now, any mamas that watch this later on, and if you have better information than me about first day at home, trying to manage DI on your own with a baby, go ahead and post that down below. Love you. Bye. You're good, kids.